Child rape. Is it good or evil? Let's talk about it after this short intro. Dice, celebrities, chance, glory, dice tournament. That's right. Dice Tournament 18. And today, the topic, child rape. Is it good or evil? It may seem obvious. To me, it seems obvious. But there's a lot happening in the world that makes me question all of it. And so, I've been doing this dice tournament, which is mostly a means of fun. This is something that I do for fun. And we're actually in season 3 of Dice Tournament. No one's really watched this, so you're probably not caught up. But that's okay, because this product is getting better and better, and I'm working on it getting better. Today we're going to tackle, this is the 4th installment of Good versus Evil. So far it's 2-1. Good won the first round, evil won the second and the third. So it's 2-1 in favor of the evil side. But we're going to kind of break down good and evil a little bit, because there is a lot of nuance, or there is some nuance. I think there's nuance. I don't know that we're going to get that much into it, but we are going to watch some celebrities. We are going to roll some dice. The intent is going to be fun. So, before we find out if child rape is good or bad, let's go to our draft here, which means this is our tournament board. So today we're going to be taking these 36 players, and they're going to be similar to March Madness, which actually started today as well. We're going to be boiling these 36 down to a final matchup, and we're going to crown somebody a champion of Dice Tournament 18. And the reason I said it's 2-1 is because Dice Tournament 15 was the first Dice Tournament in the Good versus Evil season. We didn't have a question we were answering at that time. We were kind of just saying who would win, Good versus Evil. So at the beginning of Good versus Evil, God drafted half of the players, and Shaitan drafted the other half of the players. God representing the good side, Shaitan representing the evil side. And so now if you look at the screen, there are 6 players that are in the middle of this bracket, and they are up for grabs. Every Dice Tournament, 3 players are eliminated. And the players that are up for grabs today are Jane Doe, Ilhan Omar, Rabbi Solomon Friedman, Sneeko, Osho, and Lil Yachty. So let's begin. I really wish, I think a stream deck would be really helpful for me to be able to go boom and go to the next one. Because I really only have a couple of scenes, but the fact that I go from here to here, it ends up being a little cumbersome, and having to look at the screen is got me all over the place. So this is kind of this is how it's going to look. This is not the matchup we're looking at right now. It's not, this will be the first matchup, Cleopatra, Malcolm X, Pink Ranger. But we're actually doing the draft first. So what I'm going to do is, we're going to go to the middle, and I'll show you the 3 players that are for grabs. Close. All right, we're going to go with Jane Doe first. And in case you're wondering who's Jane Doe, I'm not going to say her full name, but she has a full name. She asked that it not be printed on Epstein files, but it is. And so there are documents of Jane Doe's testimony of how Epstein and Trump raped her as a 13-year-old. And so it's kind of one of the reasons we're asking the question, child rape, is it good or is it evil? And we're going to keep examining it, and I'm going to keep talking about it, but first, it's a good versus evil draft. And so what I have here is God is represented by this star yellow dice, and Shaitan is black and red. So we are drafting Jane Doe. Jane Doe going to either represent God or Shaitan. Let's see what happens. It's a 1-1. We got ourselves a tie. I believe that's a 1. Yeah. God's 1 is a soldier. A good old soldier. Good soldier. And the reason I say good is because good people really want you to be good. If you do bad, you generally get kicked off as evil. But now there's Donald Trump, who rapes children. And specifically, I know that there's Christians who support him. And I know this because my parents do. And I've been on my phone all morning texting my parents, trying to convince them that this man is evil. But they won't come around. Anyway, Jane Doe, good or evil? Let's find out. Ooh. Alright, so Jane Doe's in with a 2. Here comes God. God almost pulled a jackass there, but didn't quite get it. But God takes Jane Doe on his side. So Jane Doe is going to be moved over to the good side of the bracket, or the, yes, God side of the bracket. And our next up is Rabbi Friedman. This is Rabbi Solomon Friedman. He is the owner of Pornhub and also a rabbi. I guess that implies that he's Jewish. I don't know this. But it seems to me a rabbi, a Jewish rabbi, owns Pornhub. Is this good or evil? Let's find out whose team he's on. 3-6. We got a good guy. Rabbi Solomon Friedman has moved to the good side. And oddly enough, he's going to be in the same bracket as the previously mentioned Jane Doe. Up next for bracket designation, whether he is good team or evil team, is Osho. Osho. If you don't know who Osho is, allow me to share with you something so lovely. At least I call it lovely. Let's see what we got here. Oh, and maybe this could be it. Child rape. Is it injustice? Should we fight it? Let's see what Osho says. This is not the window I want. So sorry, y'all. Okay, here we go. Osho.
Do you think that one should fight injustice?
One should not have shoulds and should nots.
Okay.
One should simply exist spontaneously. If the moment brings fight, fight. And fight totally and intensely. But don't fight for a belief. Don't fight for a prejudice. Live in the moment. Be alert. And out of that alertness, whatsoever happens, enjoy it.
Do you think that one should fight injustice?
So Osho is of the opinion that you just be, and whatever happens, happens. So I don't know what that says about child rape, but I do know that Osho is a brilliant spiritual thinker and had quite a following. Let's find out if he's at the good side or evil side. Osho has gone evil. And so, who's this guy? Okay. Let us fix that. Alright, so Osho has gone to the to the evil side. And he will be in a bracket with Timothy Chalamet and Rose. And okay, so we have 3 more people to draft: Ilan Omar, Sneeko, and Lil Yachty. And so we're gonna go back to our We're gonna go back to that, and we're going to pull. All right, so first up, Ilan Omar. All right, this is a little bit big, but we're gonna run with it anyway. Okay, Ilan Omar is up for grabs. There's 1 more spot on God's team, 2 more spots on Shaitan's team. Let's find out. Ilan Omar. All right, God's in with a 1, Shaitan a 3. So why can't you see it? Because okay. All right, that might keep happening, but we're gonna run with it. So Shaitan has taken Ilan Omar to the evil side, and so she will be in a bracket with Kanan and Shaitan. Actually, you know what? There's only 1 more spot. So Sneeko is going to God's team. And that might make sense if you've been paying attention to Sneeko. He recently converted to Islam. And so now Sneeko, Muslim. All right, so I'm going to delete this bracket. Lil Yachty, we'll get you next time, bro. All right, so here we go. We have our bracket done. This is our bracket for Dice Tournament 18. Representing God's team is Cleopatra, Malcolm X, Pink Ranger, Jane Doe, Joe Rogan, Rabbi Friedman, Pee Wee Herman, Splinter, Pluto, Kuan Yin, Harry Potter, Joe Hill, Oliver Tree, Bobby Lee, Sneeko, Joker, Ali Wong, and God himself. Representing Shaitan's team, Harley Quinn, Bob Marley, Miss Rachel, Margaret Atwood, Shaft, Simba Bina, Timothy Chalamet, Rose, Osho, Olivia Rodrigo, AI, Ariana Grande, LeBron, Wemby, Evie, Kanan, Ilan Omar, and Shaitan himself. And so on that bracket, you see a blue frame and a red frame. That is actually what represents the elimination bracket. And so now we're going to take a red and a blue, and we're going to determine which of these brackets is up for elimination. All right, 3 for blue and 1 for red. So what I'm going to do here is, I think, I'm going to try to fix it. 3 for blue, 1 for red. Okay, red. Harley Quinn, blue. Pee Wee Herman, Splinter, Pluto. So this could be Pee Wee Herman's last dance. All right, so there it is. Those are your elimination brackets. We're about to begin. You might be wondering, how does this work? Let me tell you. Because I think it's worth saying, I guess. Yeah, so that shows you finals, semifinals, elimination round. Those are past champions. Season 3 is a 7-year good versus evil battle. Teams are drafted. You just saw a draft there. 18 participants for each side. It's a single elimination. 3 people are eliminated each tournament. That's how it works. Welcome. Let's roll the dice. All right, so I'm going to get that the current bracket up, which I got, and then I'm going to get a good angle for you to view it here, and then we're going to roll the dice. All right, so how it works in this bracket is 3 people go head to head. Good is on the left side. Good is represented on the blue side. Evil is represented on the red side. They're each going to be sending one of these players to the finals. And at the end, we'll have a 1 round to determine who won, good or evil. And ultimately to answer the question if child rape is good or evil. We'll examine it a little more with some of the players and maybe some other sort of tangents related to that. Stay tuned. So here we go. This is round 1. We have Cleopatra, who has a shiny purple dice. Malcolm X in black. And the pink Power Ranger. This is for the good team. And so how it's going to go, it's a 1 roll match. Whoever gets the highest wins. If there's a tie, all 3 players get to go again. Here we go. Ooh, 4-5-1. That is a victory for Cleopatra. It's a little tough to tell because it almost looks black, but Cleopatra is moving on to the round of 12. Cleopatra actually, her first year, she was the #1 draft pick of God for the good team. Harley Quinn, #1 draft pick for Shaitan on the evil side. Cleopatra won the very first dice tournament in season 3. So she's a formidable player. We're not really keeping stats. I'm not keeping stats much in this season. It's more just for the good versus evil conversation. And maybe you're like, why are some of these people in? Most of these people for me, they all kind of have some kind of connection to me in my experience. Malcolm X was kind of like, my older brother kind of lifted him up. My parents are actually pretty racist. And so I kind of found that distinction kind of interesting. Malcolm X, Denzel Washington made a movie with him, so he was like big in Hollywood during my older brother's kind of upbringing. I kind of wonder if that's one of the reasons. But regardless, Malcolm X, a beacon, a bastion for human rights, a Muslim, really powerful dude. Cleopatra, of some other religious context, I couldn't even tell you, but a powerful female. Pink Ranger, powerful female as well. Regardless, Cleopatra takes it home. So our next matchup is going to be Jane Doe, Joe Rogan, and Rabbi Friedman. So again, Jane Doe, I'm not going to say her name, but she filled out an FBI testimony, and it was corroborated by a witness of up to 5 rapes by Donald Trump. It's on the internet. And Rabbi Friedman, making an assumption that he's a Jew. I think rabbis have to be Jews, yeah? Owns Pornhub. God, there is tentacles here that feel like they're connected. And Joe Rogan is smashed in the middle of them. I'm kind of anti-Israel. Not kind of, I am. Whether that means boycotting products or making myself tax exempt withheld so I don't pay the fucking government to give money to Israel to blow up innocent people. Jews and Israel are not the same thing. Let's see how Rabbi Friedman does here. And speaking of, I watched a snap from Jonathan Greenblatt, the ADL attorney. He says that if you are an anti-war crazy, which I think I would say I'm an anti-war crazy, or if you are a pro-Palestine crazy, which I think I'm a pro-Palestine crazy, that they watch our social media. So Jonathan, thank you for watching. Do you know Rabbi Friedman? If so, why don't you put it in the chat? Who are you rooting for? All right, here we go. Joe Rogan, Jane Doe, Rabbi Friedman. Joe Rogan actually has his own walk-up music. It is actually this. Wait a minute, is that Stone Cold's music? Yeah, it was, until Joe Rogan knocked him the fuck out. Dice tournament. It's wild in here. Wow. Dude, Joe Rogan just sent these guys flying. Okay, so Joe Rogan's in, but... And so is that one. Oh, no, I lost the camera, but it's okay. You can still see... No, you can't. I lost both cameras. This is something else. All right, so Joe Rogan's in. Rabbi Friedman's in. Here comes Jane Doe. And Jane Doe takes it down. You can't see me because that camera's dead, but I'm fucking excited. Dun, dun, dun. Alright, so it should be kicking back on. But what I do know is we can go to scene 1. Minimize this. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. Alright, so Jane Doe has moved on and she will take on Cleopatra for the good side. Man, if Jane Doe won for God, that would be awesome. It'd be kind of like flying in the face of Trump. I look at Trump as sort of like Christian's golden boy. There's these videos of like white people surrounding Trump, putting their hands on him. It reminds me so much of my upbringing. It makes me want to suck a dick. Anyways, that's the story for another time. Pee Wee Herman, Splinter, Pluto is our next matchup. And this is actually the elimination bracket. And so here we are. Pee Wee Herman is represented by a red. Oh, actually, Pee Wee Herman is a big blue. Splinter is this kind of bony looking dice, and Pluto is kind of like this freaking stone sculpture of a dice. It's really beautiful. But unfortunately, I'm missing. I don't know, something's missing, but I don't want to crawl around on the floor because I'm here on a live stream, but I'm going to do it. Let's play some music. Dang. Well. Alright, so Pluto is going to be represented by just a traditional white and black dice. Here we go. Ooh, we got ourselves a jackass. We got ourselves a... Come on. Dude, I am so slow with these music cues. My God.
Hi, I'm Johnny Knoxville. Welcome to Jackass.
That's it. Okay, so who won? 4-3-1. That's going to be a Pluto victory. Pluto. Transformation, destruction. So Pee Wee Herman and Splinter, actually awesome. Pee Wee Herman and Splinter are very like 90s pop culture figures, very connected to my personal upbringing. I think we could watch Pee Wee Herman, but we couldn't watch Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And oddly enough, I have a song for both of them. This is... I recorded that, so you goddamn right I'm going to play it. Even though he might be eliminated. Pee Wee Herman. Oh. Pee Wee Herman will get more run, but it's going to be in the elimination round. So Pee Wee Herman and Splinter will then be teamed up, and they will take on whoever loses from the red elimination bracket. So they're down there. I don't know if you see that, because I'm not sure what you see right now. But there it is. Pee Wee Herman and Splinter have moved down. Pluto has advanced to round of 12. So up next is going to be Kuan Yin, Harry Potter, and Joe Hill. Kuan Yin of, I believe, of Chinese. A Chinese deity. Kuan Yin is a clear green dice. Harry Potter is kind of a lemonade, a yellow and orange, yep. And Joe Hill, the color of the sky. Harry Potter, Kuan Yin, Joe Hill, workers' rights, wizardry, and divine. Let's find out who's going to advance on the good team. 4-2-5 is a Joe Hill victory. So Joe Hill will advance to take on Pluto. in the round of 12. Joe Hill, the choice of my friend Francois. I didn't ask him if he wanted somebody in this bracket, but one day he was wearing a button because he is currently up against BlackRock in a unionization battle. And Joe Hill is kind of a beacon of hope for workers' rights. Are workers' rights good? Are workers' rights evil? I guess it depends who you ask. These feelings tend to leave me with a hole in my chest. A hole in my chest. All right, Oliver Tree, Bobby Lee, Sneeko. I just watched recently a Sneeko video in which he went to Mecca. And it was pretty cool. And if he advances in this round, I'll play a little bit for you. Oliver Tree is white and colored. Sneeko is bright. Oh, Bobby Lee is bright green. Sneeko is green and yellow. Kind of a beautiful marbly dice. Oliver Tree, who's on the good team and has had a good record for the good team, but apparently he's the bad guy. Here we go. Sneeko, Oliver Tree, Bobby Lee. Sneeko wins. I just saw Sneeko on a Louis Theroux documentary about the manosphere. It seems perfect for a child rape conversation. And for an Israel conversation. We having an Israel conversation? I think we are. Maybe they're connected. There was a moment where Louis Theroux is sort of, I guess you can classify him or call him like a liberal dude, but he's just examining kind of a macho male only corner of the internet. And Harrison Smith was a person he was interviewing, and Harrison Smith kind of set him up, and he had cameras on him, and he said, "Hey Louis, would you call what Israel's doing genocide?" And Louis wouldn't say shit. As much as Louis was out to expose men for being bad, I'm of the opinion he came off looking like a bitch. Because Israel is committing genocide. Alright, next matchup is going to be Joker, Ali Wong, and God himself. This is the last bracket for the good side. This angle is getting worse and worse here, but I don't mind. You can see we have a little paraphernalia, some religious paraphernalia here. All right, so Joker is a black dice. Ali Wong is red. God is yellow. Here we go. Roll number one, last on the good side. Let's see who's going to represent the good side in the round of 12, and it's going to be Joker. Joker will take on Sneeko in the round of 12. And now we're going to the evil side. So here's our bracket. Let's get ready for our next roll. And here we go. It's exciting right off the bat because it's already elimination round. It's going to be Harley Quinn, Bob Marley, and Miss Rachel. Oh, because we're talking about Israel, did you know Miss Rachel is against killing children? And for that reason, people call her an anti-Semite? Pro-kids, anti-Semite. Ugh. I don't know. Make it make sense to me. Maybe Rabbi Friedman can help me numb my brain and forget about it. Please help me, Rabbi Friedman. Help me numb my brain. That was a joke. I fucking struggle not to look at porn. My God, it's hard. That shit's intoxicating. Hey, and maybe that's the reason there's child rape. I guess in any desire, there's kind of like a, I don't know, a ramp up or a sort of like, this is the worst or this is the maximum of that. Somehow child rape seems some sick, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not for it. I'm not for it. But we're going to let the dice decide today. Child rape. So far, Cleopatra, Jane Doe, Pluto, Joe Hill, Sneeko, and Joker all still alive. But here we go. We are on the evil side. Harley Quinn, Bob Marley, Miss Rachel. Miss Rachel, I'm missing that clear white. But you will have a clear dice with numbers. Here we go. There it is. We got a 3, 3, and a 6. Harley Quinn, the number 1 draft pick for the evil side, is moving on. And who's she going to take on? Oh, Margaret Atwood is still in. I actually just took out her sound effect in favor of...
You damn right. You damn right.
Shaft. Shaft actually won the last Dice Tournament 17.
You damn right.
You're damn right, for the evil side. And in recording that little snippet, do you know the very first line of that song? Who's the private dick? All the... I don't remember if it says white chicks. Who's the private dicks that all the chicks want?
You
You're damn right. Shaft. An intensely sexual man song. I don't know. Good thing we're on Rumble, I guess. Okay, so here we go. Margaret Atwood. A badass woman who won't be shut down by government regulation or censorship of books. Shaft. I actually don't know if he's like misogynist. I guess if I'm honest, I don't think I've ever watched Shaft. Is that right? It's damn right. Margaret Atwood, Shaft, Simabina. Oh, this is, again, I've said this before, but this is a fun, colorful roll. Simabina is this purple dice. So we got purple, orange, yellow coming down. Here we go, 5, 3, and 3. That's going to be a Margaret Atwood victory. Margaret Atwood is a 2-time Dice Tournament champion. She won Dice Tournament 0 and Dice Tournament 8. Dice Tournament 0 never went online because I made a mistake and I didn't stream it. And here we are, Dice Tournament 18. I've gotten a lot better, and that was kind of some of the intent in this. I work with Muslims, and they value learning a lot. But they preach to get 1% better every time. And if I'm honest with you, I'm from a culture where if you do wrong, you just get beat. And that's supposed to be your, like, do it different. I don't ever get beat at work. I don't ever get, like, reprimanded even. I don't know how to speak about it. I'm just encouraged to learn. And I'm really grateful. I'm really grateful for the job. I'm grateful for the learning. And I'm grateful for the opportunity to make content that Muslim kids can consume. Because Muslims are people like anyone else. You're damn right. Am I talking too much? Should we just... Timothy Chalamet, Rose, Osho. I gotta tell you, Osho is like, I kind of love Osho. That's kind of the end of it. I'm just gonna leave it there. I kind of love Osho. Here we go, Timothy Chalamet, Osho, Rose. They are representing the evil team, 664. We got ourselves a tie. I don't know if you guys can see that, so maybe what I'll try to do is... That seems a little tight. Who is man? Ooh. Almost. You guys can almost see that. Let's see. C2. So sorry. Shaft. You damn right. Who is the man? Who's that private dick all the chicks want? Shaft. Damn right. Alright, here we go. Timothy Chalamet, Rose Osho. Three, 2, 3. Rose pulls it out. Rose is moving on. She took down Timothy Chalamet, who is a Dice Tournament champion, and Osho, the newcomer. And who will she face in the next round? We're about to find out. And it's a fun one, too. And I actually even have a freaking walk-up music for one of these. All right, Olivia Rodrigo. AI represented by this kind of a flowy blue dice with a yellow number. I will admit, this dice is sticky. I don't know what I did, but there's something evil on this table that's making my dice sticky. All right, I think I got it. Olivia Rodrigo is this clear purple. AI is this cloudy blue, and Ariana Grande is white. It must have been the music, because Olivia Rodrigo advances. Olivia Rodrigo will take on Rose in the round of 12 for the evil team. So far, all women in the evil side have advanced. But here we go. Let's go to the next one. Excuse me. We got a big freaking... This is what we call the basketball bracket. And you might be like, what? It's called the what? It's called the basketball bracket. LeBron James, Wembenyama, and Evie. All right, so we got a brown. Got a beautiful brown. We got a black and we got a yellow. Here we go. Rule number 1. LeBron James, Victor Wembanyama, and Evie. Japan, France, and the United States. And that goes to Victor Wembanyama. Wembanyama is moving on to the round of 12 for the evil team. And here we are at our final evil bracket. This is Kanan, Ilhan, and Shaitan. All Muslims. I don't know if Kanan is a Muslim. But do you know what Kanan is? He's not a Muslim, but he is a dusty foot philosopher. He's from Somalia. I'm not sure where Ilhan is from, but she represents my city, my state, Minnesota. So Ilhan is blue, Shaitan black and red, Kanan is gold and white. And I believe that you can see that. So we're going to go to our bracket, or we're going to first turn on this camera. The dusty foot philosopher, sipping up your monitor, ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. Here comes 5, 5, 4. We got ourselves a tie. Let's roll it again. Lucky for Ilhan, everyone gets to roll in the event of a tie. We got a 6 for Ilhan Omar. So Ilhan's first dice tournament, she's advancing for the evil side. She will take on Victor Wembanyama. I don't know this, but I guess now that I was wondering, where's Ilhan from? Do you need to be born here to be a... What is Ilhan? She's a senator. I believe she's a senator. Do you need to be born in the United States to be a senator? I would imagine this place seems racist as fuck, so I gotta imagine they would probably only allow people that are born here. But I don't know this for certain. Okay, so Miss Rachel and Bob Marley have been moved to the elimination bracket because I actually forgot to do that. And so our elimination bracket is in order. And so we're going to get to that now because that's frankly fun. I guess I want to say it's fun. The dusty foot philosopher sipping up your monitor. Copy. All right, elimination bracket. Here we go, folks. Paste. This is our elimination bracket. But why is it not refreshed? The dusty foot philosopher sipping up your monitors. Ugh. We gotta refresh. Folks. We got problems. The dusty foot philosopher ripping up your monitor. Darn it. Oh, I feel so lost right this second. So maybe I should riff more on child rape, huh? That seems worth our time. So my parents have Donald Trump on their fridge. And, son of a bitch, man. And, this is ridiculous. Forgive me. Okay, so I'm gonna do this. It's not smart to mess with your cameras in the middle of a live stream. But I need to adjust some things. And so while I do, God damn it. Oh, we lost the camera too. Guys, this is something. All right, so what I do need to get up is a window for I am here. I'm right here. And I really wish I could have been here. Yeah, there we go. God fucking bullshit, man. Alright, so I called Trump a child rapist to my parents this morning. I've had a couple of days. I was sick this weekend and so because of that I was on the internet a lot. And it made me very aggravated and scared in a lot of ways. It seems like you can't be anti-war, you can't be pro-Palestine in America these days. It seems like it's you can only be who Trump and Israel tell you can be. It's fucking insane. And I am having trouble dealing with this reality. But I've been bringing up child rape explicitly with my parents because I don't believe they would want a child rapist running this country. And if I bring it up, they're like, show me the proof. And I'll admit, I don't know everything. But it seems to me that there's a lot of documents in the Epstein files that include Trump's name. But a lot of shit is redacted. And some shit that victims want redacted is not redacted. Jane Doe, I know her name. I know how many times she was raped by Donald Trump because of her testimony. And so I went and found some of that this morning and I tried to send it to my parents and they weren't changing their ways, I guess. I kind of knew they wouldn't, but I do know that they're like, I think of them as like good Christians, right? And somehow I think a good Christian would be like, yeah, you know, we don't want a child rapist as our president. Or maybe even like, yeah, we believe victims who talk about the fact that they were raped or who talk to the FBI about their rape from the president. They don't. I can show them testimony from victims and they don't believe her. Or they don't want to. And I don't get it. I just feel like it's, I don't know, it's kind of killing some of my faith in humanity or my hope for humans. I don't know. Somehow I hoped my parents would be the like rational, I don't know. You know, you think of Christians, I do anyway, as like moral people. Nah, they just want power. And if you show them alternative facts, they say, we don't believe them. And so, parents, if you're out there, if my kids are ever raped, please listen to them. Please don't elect their perpetrator, their raper, to presidency. I might be asking a lot, especially if God's on their side. I didn't put Trump in here because I think Trump's a piece of shit, and I don't need to. I'm not just. Yeah, it's social hacking. It's a little bit of just like celebrity and whatever, but I don't need to. I don't. What am I trying to say? I just don't want to include him. I think he's got enough airtime from everything and everyone else. But you know what doesn't? Israel. There's not a lot of anti-Israel talk out there. Probably because of people like Jonathan Greenblatt who say that they're going to watch your shit and tell the FBI about it. Because apparently if you disagree with another country, you'll go to the FBI files. Hey, Jonathan. All right, here we go. This is the elimination bracket. Splinter and Pee-wee are taking on Miss Rachel and Bob Marley. All right, so it's a cumulative score. What's going to happen is whichever team rolls a higher number will advance. And then of those two, only one will advance, so everybody else will be eliminated. One of these 4 players will make it to the finals. 3 of them are going home. Here we go. Elimination round. Dice tournament 18. Let's get it. 5, 3, 5, 4. We got... Oh, but actually... Okay, Splinter. Okay, so... Pee-wee is blue. Splinter is that bony dice. We got 8 versus 9. That actually goes Miss Rachel, Bob Marley. So Splinter of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles fame. Again. My parents wouldn't let me watch Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles as a kid because Splinter was a sensei. He talked about yoga and things of the East, otherwise known as satanic in my parents' view. But raping children, on the other hand, they worship. They lay their hands on him. They speak a blessing. But watch out for those filthy rats, y'all. It's the rapists you want around, not the rats. That's what I learned from my family. All right, so we're not going to do Miss Rachel, Bob Marley just yet because that's to go to the finals. We're going to get back to our good and evil brackets. And so our first in the round of 12 on the good side is going to be Cleopatra and Jane Doe. There's actually many Jane Does. I don't know this for a fact, but I feel pretty confident in saying many women have accused Donald Trump of sexual misconduct, and many women haven't been listened to. Here we go. Let's see which one of these badass women moves on. Cleopatra or Jane Doe, and it's going to be Cleopatra. Jane Doe will live to another tournament, and I'll continue to advocate that we listen to women and we fuck Trump. And maybe even Jonathan Greenblatt. God. If you're, I wish I had the quote. I wish I had he literally said, we're watching your social media. Anti-war crazies, pro-Palestine crazies. I just yo, if you don't want war, if you stand on the side of the oppressed, you are defaming, you are a threat to Israel. It's like, dude, what the fuck? Where the fuck do we fucking live? God, the fuck is going on with this shit? Pluto, Joe Hill, workers' rights, and Greek deity. Here we go. To advance to the semifinals, who's it going to be? We got a 4 and a 1. Joe Hill is moving on with Cleopatra to the semis. And last but not least is going to be Sneeko versus Joker. I said I'd play a Sneeko video, but I'm not going to play a lot because I will get, I don't know, will I get deplatformed? Let's see. Sneeko. Alright, we're just going to watch one. Oh, here we go. Sneeko predicts World War III. Let's watch that.
I've seen plenty of power banks over my 15 years of reviewing tech, but this ridge one quickly became a favorite. So this, a 10,000 milliamp hour battery that's already this small, is pretty clutch, but it's also pretty loaded. Built-in braided USB.
Alright, that's Sneeko's feed. Apparently he predicted World War III. We're not gonna watch the whole thing. I ain't looking to get, I guess, in trouble. I don't know. I just actually, that video is 48 minutes long. But the line that was just sung by Iran, we hear the shouts of the world eating Jews, aka Zionists, from the throat of the Saudi king. We hear the shouts of the Zionists from the throat of the Saudi king. Zionists, I believe, are people that agreed with the Balfour Declaration, which was a British declaration, which said that, I don't even know if it said Israelis, but that this land would be for, yeah, clearly I don't even know. But generally Zionists are on board with the Jews owning the Holy Land. And I guess from an uninformed perspective, it seems to me they keep taking more and more land. And not it seems to me, but they also inflicted intensely inhumane practices onto the Palestinian people. And so, from some lens, they are a terrorist organization that plagues this world. And that video that was just watched there was Iran's basically saying they're ready for World War. I know that there is countries that want Israel wiped off the map. That is not what I am saying. Because I am anti-war. And so because of that, I'm also an anti-Semite, according to Jonathan Greenblatt, and should be given to the FBI. What the fuck is this world? Sneeko, green, Joker, black. Here we go. This is to get to the semifinals to represent the good team for child rape. I mostly just needed I needed a sort of like I needed a topic. I kind of have been just rolling the dice and doing a little bit of like personal sharing, I guess, but I think if we could ask a question and if we could examine it from a lot of different angles based on these players in the dice tournament, I think that would be good for future, I don't know, build or kind of a, this could be how this product looks. Here we go. Sneeko, green, Joker, black. To go to the semifinals to represent the good team, Joker takes down Sneeko. So it's going to be Joker, Cleopatra, and Joe Hill. Joker representing, I don't know, the underdog, I don't know. I'm not trying to write some kind of narrative here right this minute, but I am going to go to the evil side, and we're going to get going in the round of 12. So here we go. Harley Quinn, Margaret Atwood. Margaret Atwood, a dice tournament champion 2 times over. She's in familiar territory here. Let's see how she does with Harley Quinn. We got a 4 and we got a 2. That's going to be a Harley Quinn victory. Harley Quinn, the number 1 pick for evil. So both number 1s still in. It's going chalk, as they would say in March Madness. It's going chalk. Jonathan, I hope you like that. I know you're watching. I know you... Actually, FBI, if you're watching too, thanks for watching. Why don't you hit that like, hit that subscribe. The other day, I blocked Israel, the state of Israel, on Instagram, or I reported them as a terrorist organization. We'll see what happens. Instagram, let me know. Let me know how that... I'm sure you're digging into it. Let me know if you determine... Israel, a terrorist organization? Yes or no? Maybe that should be next week. All right, here we go. Our next matchup is going to be Rosé and Olivia Rodrigo. I can't find Rosé's dice, which is really unfortunate because it's a beautiful dice. It looks like stone. Looks like it's carved in some kind of stone. But I got a white one instead. So here we go. They're coming down 4 and a 4. We got ourselves a tie. Can you guys see that? Yeah, it's a tie. 4 to 4. Here we go. Roll 2. What do I say? Olivia Rodrigo. We got a 2, and we got a 2. These motherfuckers. Okay, 2's down. Here comes Olivia. She's got a chance for a jackass, but she pulls out a 1, so it's going to be a Rosé. Moving on to take on Harley Quinn and someone else. It's going to be either Wembenyama or Ilhan Omar. Let's find out. Ilhan, her first go. Wemby, I think, has showed up pretty strong as a dice tournament competitor. So here we go. Let's see how he does today. Wembenyama is black and Ilhan Omar blue and gold. Roll number 1. The last round of 12. To get to the semifinals. 4 to 3. Ilhan is moving on. Ilhan Omar, a strong proponent against Trump, and I love her for that. Go get him, Ilhan. So here we go. It's all set, y'all. We're gonna go to our last dice elimination round match, which is going to be Miss Rachel and Bob Marley. One of these players will go home, never to compete in dice tournament again. Who's it going to be? Is it going to be Miss Rachel? Is it going to be Bob Marley? Bob Marley's been around for a long time. Miss Rachel, pro-Palestine crazy. Jonathan Greenblatt probably taking in all Miss Rachel's content. That's a lot to consume. I hope the FBI has fun indexing all that. Miss Rachel's shows. I'm so glad that they watch. Maybe it could be a tactic. Maybe I get more views just by being anti-war and pro-Palestine, huh? That's what Jonathan said. Anyway, I'm honored, FBI, that you're watching. Miss Rachel, Bob Marley. 2 and a 1. Bob Marley just barely squeaks by. So Miss Rachel standing up for kids in Palestine. But can't make it in dice tournament. I applaud you. Your efforts are better served with the kids in Palestine than they are here. So thank you for participating. Good luck with your endeavors. Proud of you. Happy for you. Go get him, Miss Rachel. All right, here we go. We're going to get back to this, and then we're going to get ready for our semifinals. Here we go, folks. Cleopatra, Joe Hill, Joker. Okay, so this is to go to the finals. Cleopatra is kind of a purple, cloudy dice. Joe Hill looks like sky dice, and Joker, black. To go to the finals of Dice Tournament 18 to join Bob Marley. And to be the lone representative for the good side, it is Cleopatra. Cleopatra is going to represent the good team. The only representative of the good team in Dice Tournament 18. So as it's looking right now, Child Rape will have 2 evil votes in the finals and 1 good vote. It's looking like it may turn out that Child Rape is evil. Let's find out. We got one last roll before the finals. Harley Quinn, Rose, and Ilhan Omar. All beautiful women. Looks are not everything. They're smart women, they're creative women, intensely expressive, powerful and smart. And my conditioning, thanks to people like Rabbi Friedman, has me thinking that looks are the thing I should first speak about. Because it has some kind of value or some shit, I don't know. Here we go. To represent evil in the finals of Dice Tournament 18. 1 roll. 5, 2, and 6. Ilhan Omar has made it to the finals. So here we go. We got Jamaica, Minnesota, and I want to say Cleopatra is Egypt. I could be wrong. But that's going to be our final. Ilhan Omar, Bob Marley, and Cleopatra. That's going to be our final. To answer the question, is child rape good or is child rape evil? So far in our good versus evil series, evil is up 2-1. So good really has their backs against the wall here. The finals are a best of 3 series. And so we're going to roll 3 times. If anybody wins twice, they will advance. They will be crowned the champion. If everybody wins 1 round, we will have a 1 roll sudden death roll off. Here we go. Cleopatra, Bob Marley, Ilhan Omar. Good God. And y'all, guess what? When I was down there, I found more dice. So I found Rose's dice. But it's too late for that. It's too late for that, y'all. Here we go. Cleopatra, Bob Marley, Ilhan Omar. That's it. We're going to get 1 more. Let's roll the dice, huh? Let's roll the dice. Championship. Ilhan fell out, but here we go. She's coming down. We got a 6, we got a 2, we got a 5. So Bob Marley takes round 1 of the finals. And so here we go. Roll number 2. If we get Bob Marley, if Bob Marley wins this, Bob Marley will be our champion. Ilhan Omar and Cleopatra have a chance still. Roll 2. Bob Marley in the lead. Oh, but Ilhan, yo, she pulls a 6. And so now it's Ilhan 1, Bob Marley 1, Cleopatra 0. Good is up against the wall. It is clear that child rape is evil. But good still has a shot. Good still has a shot. Can there be some good from Donald Trump's child rape? I don't know. He's going to need Cleopatra to pull that off. Let's find out. 5, 1, 2. Ilhan Omar. Which I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. Ilhan Omar, a first-time Dice Tournament participant, has taken Dice Tournament 18, and she officially classified child rape as evil. Thank you, Ilhan, for your service. Thank you all for watching. That's all we got, folks. Let's see it one more time. Dice, celebrities, chance, glory, Dice Tournament.